Ladies and gentlemen, members and friends, March Outturn is here. It's our second full outturn for the year, but of course we've been doing weekly releases. My name's Matt Bailey and I'm going to have a chat to you today about Clementine Confit, a 10-year-old blended malt Scotch whisky made by the Society, produced by Ewan Campbell, our spirits manager over in the UK, as our latest blended malt for March Outturn. We've had some great blended malts over the years. Some members who've been around a bit longer may remember something like Exotic Cargo, Pete Fairy, Old Fashioned, Beachcomber, a few that we've had over the years that have been truly phenomenal. And I know that members often taste these, then go back for a second and third bottle of these kind of things because they're fun, approachable, affordable blended malts. But let's just first of all talk about what a blended malt is. This is of course not a single malt. It's not a single cask either. It is a blended malt. That means there's no grain whiskey in the component here used in the recipe at all. It's just malt whiskies, so a combination of malt whiskies that are a minimum of 10 years of age. So the age statement in a blended malt in this case means it's a minimum of 10 years of age. It also means the same for single malt whiskey. When you see a single malt that's aged, say 10 years, that means that the youngest component of the spirit used in that batch is of course 10 years. In this case it's a blended malt, so a mixture of malts picked out by Ewan Campbell and the spirits team in the UK. Every time he makes a blended malt, every batch seems to get better and better. He seems to be getting better at the art of blending. That in itself is something that can't easily be taught. It's a combination of having a great palate and a great skill set in blending and in creating these flavors. I recently recorded a video for Unfiltered magazine about how bashing blends is just a silly exercise and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't mean anything for us to think that blends are inferior to single malts in any way, because there is an art in creating a blend. And in this case, for Clementine Confit, which we're happy to offer up for March for members, we've got 90 bottles, obviously maybe 89 because I've got an open one here now. But this is a combination of a few casks, all coopered at this Seguin-Moreau cooperage, I should say, in France. So it's a mixture of, I'm going to read just on the back here, 2 distinct types of custom cask from Seguin-Moreau cooperage in France. One type that was staves that were coopered from American oak, and each stave has been specially selected for a higher than average level of lactones and aromatic compounds. So really aromatic compound cask staves used in that particular example, and then another one which was a heavy toast was applied for contributing notes of sort of coconut sweetness and rounded texture to the finished blend. So the type 2 of cask that was used were staves that were coopered from Caucasian oak, sourced from east of the Black Sea. So really specialized oak selections here to create this blended malt from a mixture of distilleries. Then the actual distilleries used are not disclosed, and don't ask me because I can't tell you either. But that's what's important. We don't even list the distilleries in our single casks. What this is all about is our adventures into flavour. Clementine Confit is sort of like I guess a look at, is sort of an indicator into the flavour here. But let's have a nose. I know immediately what I mean by that sort of lactone-y coconut, desiccated coconut, very creamy, plenty of spice, like an orange vineyard, meringue, just delightfully thick, very thick, like coconut butter. Let's have a taste. $50 ABV, sits really nicely at that proof, really full-bodied proof at 50%. A lot of our heresy bottlings like these blended malts have been bottled at 50%. We call them heresy because they're outside of our single cask range, they're outside of what our usual sort of range of offering is to Society members. But we're really excited by this. It's a fun, approachable, affordable blended malt. Clementine Confit is available in March Outturn, which is coming up real soon if you're watching this video, and I hope you managed to grab one of these. There's also some other great offerings in Outturn, both available via the dram at Whisky and Helmet, which is where I'm sitting right now, and of course also by the bottle in Outturn itself. So have a read, have a taste, and to your good health. I'll see you all soon. Cheers.